right, the first thing we're going to do is just open Chrome. We're going to go to look up the City of Vancouver Council. Again, you can just do this with any of your municipality to enter your city, enter council. You should be able to navigate their website through Google, or once you find out the pages. Again, I'm showing you, so you got Vancouver City Council. Look, contact City Council link right here. I'm going to click on that. Let's see what they're saying. Okay, so you can share your thoughts here. All right, now I think right now it's important just to, you're going to type a little subject line. I think you want it to be pretty short. You want it to really be quick, and you want to be able to sort of skim that email and understand what your belief is or what you want the councillor to act on. So also I think it's good just to write something from the heart. Let's say resources spent on police budget would have. So now you have 3,000 characters to write an email. Again, I think, with the current issue, it seems very unlikely that these emails will be read to too in-depth. Basically, we want to show that this is an issue people do care about, and that as one of their constituents, we want them to act on it. So I'm going to say, Dear Mayor and Council, I'll say I'm a resident of Vancouver, and you probably want to pivot directly into your point here, I would say. And I strongly believe that based on the level of police funding that the Vancouver Police Department currently receives, and I'm probably going to go back and do some corrections, stronger and progressive outcomes if it was, you can use some jargon if you want, was allocated in a way, was allocated towards programs that were more strongly proven to result in better social outcomes. And here I'm kind of referencing what I believe is probably the science, or the social science, that shows that increased spending on policing is not going to result in better social outcomes. You don't have a more equitable society when you give the police more money. When the police buy an expensive bulletproof Humvee tactical unit that does not nearly create outcomes that are desirable, at least for most people, relative to spending that on a social program like affordable housing, clean injection sites, that type of thing. Based on that, and this is where, you can say, I highly encourage you all, you say you because it's going to get an email right to them, even though it's going to all the other councillors and mayor. So I'm going to say, I highly encourage you to take action. And this is where you want to be pretty concrete in what you're asking them to do, because I don't think you want to do general platitudes of, well, I think it's good to say what your beliefs are and where you stand, but you probably want to give them a concrete ask of what you're asking. By voting on measures, we want them to say, what we're asking them to vote. We're asking them to use their political. We don't want them to say anything. Well, we do, but we don't want them to. Basically, we want them to take action as elected representatives, and their primary role is to vote on items that come towards them. Or to propose initiatives. So I highly encourage you to take action by voting on measures that would either, and here we're going to be a bit generous because we want them to, we're kind of being pragmatic, that would either halt or reduce the level of, actually I said halt, I meant basically stop the current increases, that either halt all increases. I don't like using the word halt, but either that I would, and this is probably being pedantic or whatever, but I would just stop, let's say freeze. I would freeze all increases to the VPD budget going forwards, or even better, give them some options. You can say, I'd like for them, you to at least halt it, but preferably, I would prefer you to, or even better, actively take steps to I'll use like rein back. I don't know if I use the right rein back the level of municipal spending on policing, and redirect that money to programs more proven to have better outcomes for people who live in the city. Okay, I'm going to do some spell check. It says I used the wrong, yeah, that's the wrong rein. Okay, is that the right? So I'm going to see my inner machinations. I'm going to have to define rein to make sure that is the right one. Yeah, okay, you're reining back like a horse, not vegan. Okay, cool. So we have a simple email. It says I may have spent 700 characters on that. Pretty reasonable. Okay, sincerely, gonna do another typo correction. Sincerely, Jordan Ross. And here they may say, they do want. All right, cool. So we have our, we've used the City Council web form to create a subject line and a short message that would be sent to mayor and council. All right, now we're gonna go say, send the message. Sending. Still sending. Cool, there we go. Yeah, again, you can probably do this for any city council. So let's actually try that. So yeah, I grew up in New York City, so let's say NYC, City Council. Again, never been to the New York City website. We're going to figure out how to do this. Let's say council members and districts. So here you can find out who where you are. So I lived in, oh well, I guess you kind of just see everyone. So they have all these council members. There's a lot of council members in New York. Geez, is that 51? I guess that makes sense. It's a big city. But here you have a map. You could say, well, I used to live in this area here. So I could say, what's 1, District 1. So I could see my council member, if I did live there now. Margaret Chin would be my council member. And here I could send an email to her. So yeah, and I could probably send a similar email to Margaret if you wanted to, if you live in New York. All right, well, that was it. Thanks for tuning in for this video. I know we were not doing anything fun, like bike-wise or anything like that. Again, I do think it's an important issue that we should work on, and I think it really, again, takes like a matter of minutes to do this, and it can be really impactful. Yeah, besides that, I think I'll have some more videos in the next few weeks. I went camping, not bike camping, but just car camping for one night with a friend. So this may have a video like that. So other fun, exciting stuff, but I don't want to use this time for that. But yeah, again, thanks for watching the video. If you did enjoy this interesting or different genre of content, I really hope you did and you found it valuable. And if not, I don't know. I mean, I guess you can keep watching the biking and vegan food videos, but again, I imagine a lot of you find this valuable. So, and I have a good faith in you guys that we can do that this is something that you also care about in addition to vegan food and cycling and all that stuff. There's a lot of issues that we can care about. And I think this is definitely one that at the moment probably could use a bit more attention. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. And yeah, I'll talk to you all later.